Here at the Schwarzenegger Institute, we will have the vision and the courage to change and to improve the world. Because we all know the people's work never stops. After November 6th, 1/3 of all the congressional districts will no longer be drawn by politicians. We must show the people that they have the power to save themselves. I love this country with all my heart. It is the greatest and the best country in the world, and therefore it is worth fighting for.
Bodybuilder, movie star, governor, and now voter access champion. Arnold Schwarzenegger has made it his personal mission to help more Americans get to the polls this November.
I started thinking about what can I do in order to change this rather than just to complain about it and to tell my political friends, this is not the way to go about it. What you will hear a lot of times is, no, it's impossible. You just have to ignore the naysayers because anything and everything is possible. If you don't have a very clear vision of what you want to do and what your goal is, then it's very hard to go out and do the work. There's nothing that is better than having a system in place that works, getting rid of gerrymandering, having open primaries, and finding ways of bringing people together and bringing them to the center. That's the key thing. This isn't just climate change. This is a climate emergency. This is a pollution emergency. Pollution is killing more people every year. We must be part of the solution. Let's make the impossible possible. Let's do it.
To watch our young people at all ages and all levels lead and have sustainability as a second nature, it's just really inspiring. So I'm very, very optimistic.
This is the biggest crisis humanity has ever faced. The longer we wait, the harder it will be to turn this around. So let's not wait any longer. Let's start acting.
You don't die from climate change, you die from all its other effects, the effects that it has on people. People don't really understand we are already in a world that's being impacted negatively by climate change a lot. Part of that is it's a political fight. Part of it is we just have to do things ourselves as the people from the grassroots, from the bottom up.
We have the US back in the front line of the fight against climate change. What we now need to do is to turn those commitments into action.
Don't terminate after-school programs. After-school programs protect our single greatest resource, our kids.
Because of programs like this, I ended up here at USC. And as well, I'm also a member of the Trojan Marching Band.
The program has given me the tools necessary to achieve the greatest education that I could obtain, which is being part of the Trojan family. It's all about giving back to the community. That's what I believe is most important about these after-school programs.
You are all providing great after-school programs. We're talking about 3 hours every day, 5 days a week. We always need more help because we know that there's 20 million kids that are waiting to get into these after-school programs. We're going to go to Washington and we're going to lobby and we're going to talk to the Democrats and to the Republicans because this is not a party issue. It's a people's issue. We talk to both of the parties and make sure that that money goes back into the budget. That is the bottom line. With you together, we can do it. As governor of this great state, it was impossible to avoid the reality of our broken immigration system and the impact of illegal immigration.
This is a human rights issue. This is what America is supposed to be about.
This nation taught us, the rest of the nations in the world, to be competitive, to be open, to be free, to take risks. And this is what is needed.
This is an enormous crisis when you talk about homelessness. They're our neighbors. They're our fellow Californians. We can do better for them and for all of us.
Compassion is providing the security and the love and the mechanism for that person to rise to the potential.
California can be the golden dream by the sea once again. We can make our economy work again for everyone. Patriotism means to stand by the country. It does not mean to stand by the president. I believe, as shaken as we are by the events of recent days, we will come out stronger because we now understand what can be lost. And we need to look past ourselves, our parties and disagreements, and put our democracy first.